Men just kill themselves and no one cares. We need to change it. There's no funding for men's mental health, and it's the biggest killer for men between like 21 and 45. And no one talks about it. No one even mentions it, lad. Women talk to each other. There's no stigma on women. They sit around and have a cup of tea. Men don't, lad. Men feel like, oh, I can't go and say that to him because he'll think I'm a little mushroom. You know what I mean? That's what men think. But as I said in the cage, I'd much rather my friend come to me and speak to me and cry on my shoulder than me have to cry when I'm carrying his coffin.
I spent my whole life hanging on by my fingertips, telling everybody not to worry, that I was going to make it okay, because that's my job. Well, now I can't promise that anymore, so yeah, it makes me sick. But I'm going to do whatever I have to do to take care of my family, because I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm not sure how much longer I can hold on.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah. Take this. It's not heavy enough to hold me underwater. Look, everything's gonna be fine. Go on back upstairs and entertain the troops. Business as usual.
Got it.
Welcome back. It's the delivery. We've made it this far. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's episode. I know it's it's a little rough hearing the stuff like that, knowing things like that happen all over the world. I'm sure it happens more often than our brains even try to comprehend. Kids are crazy, But thank you for showing up. Thank you for liking, supporting, sharing. Like I said, this is our channel. This is our story. I'm thankful to be here with you guys. Thankful to have this opportunity. Today, we're going to talk about men's health. Not always an easy topic to talk about. A lot of us don't talk about it. Let's be real. We go to work. We do what we're supposed to do. And, that's kind of our daily lives. Just thinking that we have jobs to do and that's what we're supposed to do. We're more than that. We are. So we'll get into that in today's show. I just want to thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Time is kind of the only currency that has value in today's world. So I definitely appreciate you sharing your time with me and letting me talk to you and tell stories and hopefully connect. That's what this is about. Today's episode is, really going to touch on that. A lot of us sit alone. We, we're in our cars, at the gym, wherever we're at, we feel like we're alone. Thanks, guys. Like, share, love, tell me your stories, tell the world, tell us. This is about us. This is about you, me, everyday people. We're humans. That's what we are. Life separates us by every thing it can under the sun. One thing that connects us all is that we're human beings. As men, it's tough to be a human being. We have to earn our value. Value isn't just given to us by how we look. It's earned. What can we offer people? Sometimes our kids make us feel that way. Partners make us feel that way. Jobs make us feel that way. What's our value? Well, as a man, you're really valuable. We've built empires. We built societies. We build towers. Giant towers. So men are important. You're especially important.
When a man is silently breaking, you won't hear it, you'll see it. He pulls away, even from the people who love him. He buries himself in work, talks less, smiles less. Always tired, even after hours of sleep. The weight he carries is invisible, but it's in his eyes, in his silence, in how easily he gets frustrated over the smallest things. He stops enjoying what he used to love, unless it's something that numbs the pain for a moment. Like speeding down a road with no destination, just to outrun the thoughts in his head. And those thoughts, they never stop. He overthinks everything. Every word, every choice, every failure. Eventually he shuts down. And when you ask him, "Are you okay?" he'll just say, "I'm good." But he's not. He won't talk about it. Not because he doesn't want to, but because he doesn't want to burden anyone. So he suffers quietly, helping others while slowly falling apart himself.
I'm fucking broken, you hear me? I'm tired of acting like I'm fine when every single day feels like I'm drowning inside my own damn mind. I wake up every morning trying to convince myself it'll get better, but it never fucking does. I'm exhausted, man. I'm just tired. I hold it all in, trying to be strong for everybody else, but who the fuck's strong for me? Who's there when I break? People see the calm, they see the smile, but they don't see the war going on in my chest every single night. I scream in silence, I bleed in private, and I still show up like nothing's wrong. Cause if I don't, who the hell will? I gave everything I had to people who couldn't care less if I was okay. And you wonder why I don't trust a fucking soul anymore. I'm not cold, I'm just numb. I learned the hard way that caring too much only gets you broken faster. I'm fucking broken, but I still get up. Not because I'm strong, but because I don't know what else to do. That's the part nobody understands.
Men are fighting something called functional depression, but you would never know by just looking. He functions fine by day, smiles, jokes, answers texts, so you keep assuming he's okay. He shows up for everyone, drops everything to help, and keeps his life looking normal. He goes to work, hits the gym, laughs at jokes. No one suspects the battle inside him. But at night, he sits in a dark room, alone, with thoughts that feel like endless pain. Functional depression looks like motion and presence while he quietly breaks from within. He won't always ask for help. He waits to be seen, to have someone notice the cracks. Don't take the daytime smile at face value. Look deeper, ask gently, and really listen. Don't wait until he breaks. Remind him now, you're not alone, and your life still matters.
That's heavy, man. 94% of men. That's all of us, basically. You know, we put on these strong fronts. We want to be dependable. You know, we want to be needed. We want to have value. We do have value. I know it's hard to believe sometimes. I know that as a man, it's like we're running on a hamster wheel. The goal line's always being moved. You know, we work. We do everything we can to make the world around us a better place. Not all of us are perfect. None of us are perfect, as a matter of fact. Not a single one of us. 94%. It's all of us. Your brothers, your fathers, men across the world. We go to work every day fighting battles that we never tell anybody about. How we feel inside, how something makes us feel hurting physically. You know, you got body pain. You don't really tell anybody about it because, you know, everybody gets all worried that you're not going to be able to be productive anymore because now you got something wrong with you. So you don't tell anybody you got something wrong with you. Like, it's all of us, man. It's all of us. Normal people, everyday people, cops, firefighters, teachers, you know. Every man has a struggle. You know, when you get success, they try to tear you down. You know, there's examples of that everywhere. You know, look, you got Andrew Tate is an amazing man. He's worked so hard to build this empire, and they try to tear him down. Regardless of anything that's happened in his life, he built what he had. Because that's what men do. We build things. Build homes, build cities, build societies, build civilizations. And somewhere along the way, men get separated. We separate ourselves from each other in secret competition, wanting to be better, saying that you're better than somebody else, saying that you're more than that, or bigger than them, or stronger than them, or faster than them. That's great. But why do you have to compete? Why can't we celebrate? Celebrate the men that do great things. You don't have to agree with everything somebody does. Nobody agrees with everything somebody does. Their purpose isn't you. We know our purpose. Our purpose is to be us. To be a man, right? That's your purpose, to be a man. That's tough sometimes. You know, the suicide rate for men is 75% over women. So out of every 100 suicides, 75 of us are killing ourselves. In real time. That's a real-time stat. Out of 100 suicides, 75 of them are going to be us. Our brothers, our fathers, our friends. I've had friends that killed themselves. I'm sure everybody within earshot of this podcast knows somebody that's taken their life. And it's probably a guy. Because that's what we struggle with. Those are the internal struggles that we have. Fighting to be strong. Fighting to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Good for society, I guess. We fight so hard to wake up in the morning, to go do things we don't want to do. But that's what men do. They climb buildings, they cut down trees. Law enforcement officers, firefighters, artists, musicians, athletes. They all struggle too. Like I said, we've been separated along the way. We stopped realizing that the man next to you is your brother. Regardless of race, creed, or religion. We're God's sons. We're the closest thing to God that exists on the planet. God created us in his image. Regardless of religion or anything like that, men were built the same. They were built strong and tough to build things, to be successful. Because together, men can do anything. We see what these men on top are doing. Moving strings like they control the world and puppeteers. Because they worked together. While we're separating ourselves. Like we don't all have struggles. We all have struggles. Some struggles are more than others. It's harder to be one way than it is another. Religion, race, it doesn't matter because we're separated by that. When in the end, there's one fundamental thing that keeps us together. Humanity. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many houses you have. It doesn't matter how many businesses you have. There's no bunk beds in the grave. There's no parking garage in the grave. There's no room for nobody else in the grave. Why do we have to be alone while we're alive? Because you want to be better than somebody? You want to be richer than somebody? You want to be stronger than somebody? There's always somebody richer. There's always somebody stronger. There's always a bigger house. There's always a faster car. But we're in competition with each other. Instead of building with each other where we could all have everything, we want this guy to have this. Or we look up to this guy because he has this. It's always about more. But what about you inside? What are you chasing? What are you running from? Sometimes we get in fast cars. I know. I have classic cars. Sometimes we get on motorcycles. I don't know how that feels. I can't ride a motorcycle. There's a lot of things I can't do. I wasn't able to walk for 3 years. I know what it's like to feel like you can't provide nothing for this world. I know what it's like to struggle, and to struggle alone. Every man in my ear's distance knows what it's like to struggle. Because we do it alone. We don't talk to nobody. Even when we hang out with our friends, it's not that we're talking about. We're talking about something else. Probably football or basketball or sports or money. But how are you doing? How do you feel? What do you need? What do you need? You know, it's tough. Even successful people, they struggle. You know, maybe with more success, you struggle more. Look at, what is this, clavicular, you know, dude's on top of the world. And he was just trying to be out in public. Had somebody harassing him and just like, it was nonstop. The guy was nonstop. He showed so much more patience than most of the people I know. I mean, guys walk up on you, throw water on you, like, but you know, they're trying to agitate you because they know that he's successful. Like I said, in competition with one another. When together as men, we can accomplish so many things. I saw them out last night in a photo that showed all of them together. Like, that was strength. Because there's strength in togetherness. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of men like us coming together, putting our differences aside, races, religions, things that I guess matter but don't really matter. What you believe shouldn't change how you feel about your brother. I have 2 brothers. I love them to death. I miss them all the time. I wish we talked more. I wish we hung out more. But it's hard as men to find time for that because we're providing for our families. We're trying to be successful. We're trying to reach the next goal. But as men, the goal line always moves. Or there's always somebody blocking it. Nick Fuentes, when he started off, the whole world stepped on him. The whole world. And he fought to be successful. You think he doesn't struggle? I'm sure he struggles. I'm sure every man struggles. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter how much fame they have. The struggles just get bigger. They get more expensive. They get harder. People trying to knock you off from your status. Being a man's hard. It's not about man versus woman. It's never about that. We're men. You're women. That's really the end of the conversation. If you think that you're equal to us, then that's what you think. But you can't play the same sports as us. We got to have them separate because men are just innately bigger and stronger and faster. Maybe not faster. Women are pretty quick. Women are strong and fast and successful too. It's not a competition because we're humans. Women are a blessing. They are the blessing that God gave men. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful that the gods themselves couldn't stop themselves. Because that was God's gift to men, my sons, my creation. We are his sons under every creed, no matter what religion, no matter what color. We all face those internal struggles. We all face battles. Our life throws challenges at us. Sometimes we feel like we can't overcome those challenges. I wasn't able to walk. As somebody who has basically worked since I was 14 years old, not being able to walk made me feel worthless. Watching someone go to work every day to support me, to feel like I wasn't doing enough. That's how men end up in prison. Men end up in prison most of the time because they're trying to do something to survive. Not because they want to be out on the street selling fucking drugs, not because they want to risk their lives. It's because they're trying to support somebody or something. It's because we didn't have no love at home, so we go out on the streets where our brothers love us. But then our other brothers hate us. We fight for separation to make money when we make more money together. We don't always have to compete with the next person next to us. As a man, I know your ego is strong. I'm tough. I'm rich. I'm successful. You're human. You're human. That's great. Those are great accolades, but you're human. Being rich, being successful, having 10 houses, having 20 cars, we can't take none of it with us. We can share it with our brothers while we're here. We can be successful together. Men coming together is the one thing they're afraid of. Because this is our world. We are God's sons. And we're separated, so far separated, that there's a group of individuals that are running the world because they work together. They're all different races. They're all different creeds. They're all different religions. You think that matters to them? No. Because they know that together is the only way anything gets done. Our men in the military don't go on a mission alone. They go together. Our brothers, our fathers, our grandfathers sent together to fight wars, to sacrifice their lives. And we can't come together at home, fighting amongst ourselves, in competition. That's what leads to most of the struggle. You don't want to tell somebody about your problems because it makes you feel weak. You don't want somebody to think you're weaker than them. You don't want somebody to think that you're broker than them. They're not struggling to pay bills, so you don't want to talk about how it's hard for you to feed your family. You don't want to talk about how you got to work 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. How a company won't hire you because you got a history or you got a past that's fabricated by bullshit laws anyways. Basically meant to put every man who walks out of his front door to become a felon. Especially when you're black. 17 out of 100 men that go to prison are black. Meanwhile, 3 out of 100 are white. And in between is everybody else. For draconian laws anyways. For us providing for our families mostly. Nobody wants to stand out there and sell crack at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning when it's 20 degrees outside. Are you kidding me? The hourly wage that comes from slinging drugs versus the time that you spend in prison anyways, it's less than minimum wage. But some people can't even go get a minimum wage job because you won't even let them in the door. Your brother, you won't even let in the door. Another one of God's sons. Being a man is hard enough. Being a man alone is even harder. Success doesn't come from being alone. It comes from working together. Preventing suicide doesn't come from fighting it alone. It comes from reaching out. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone and call somebody. We get lost in our headphones. We get lost in our vehicles, on our motorcycles, in our trucks, on boats. We fish, we hunt. We love cars, we love women. These are things that most men share in common. We want to be a free man. We want to go to work and have value for our work. We want to not be taxed 10 fucking times for the money that we already bleed and sweat and die for. Yet, you're going to take a third of my paycheck before I even see it. That's why they don't want us to come together, because we'll realize, oh, well, together we can stop them from stealing our fucking money. We're strong. We're a force. Men across the country, men across the world, the struggle is the same for most of us. For most of us. Sure, we all have our reasons for why we're there. Accountability counts too. If you're struggling or you're in a situation, what can you do to change that? What can you do to better that? If you're fighting, walk away. If somebody's challenging you, let them challenge you. It's hard to fight somebody who don't get in the ring. What do you have to prove to the next person? That you're stronger? That you're better? You got more machismo? You got more money? That's what leads to deaths. Because the next thing you do, you guys are pulling out guns or fighting each other. Instead of fighting the things that matter. The things that would make it so you're not so angry that you got to fight somebody. You're not so depressed that you're drowning yourself in a bottle. Whether that's a pill bottle or an alcohol bottle. Those problems don't disappear because you drink. They don't disappear because you're on drugs. It's because we don't face them. You got to face those problems. I had to face not being able to walk, not being able to provide for my family. I couldn't even get up to change my son. He had to come on my bed at 2 years old so I could change him. It's rough. Life is rough. It's rough enough as it is. fighting each other, being distant, not coming together. That's rough. Being alone is rough. Everybody who hears this knows what I'm talking about. Everybody has faced a struggle. Everybody. Men and women alike. But men, I know you feel alone. I know you feel like you gotta fight these battles by yourself. That you're weak if you talk to somebody. You're not weak. That's strength. It's strength to reach out. Tell somebody that, I just need somebody to listen to me, bro. I just want somebody to hear me. You don't want to tell a girl because she'll pull your feelings out or use them against you. You don't want to show weakness. You don't want to tell maybe your friend because you're secretly in competition with your friend. Competition with your friend. Imagine that. Having somebody calling you your friend and secretly they're competing against you. Instead of working with you to build each other up. Instead of working together and realizing, bro, this is our fucking world. Soldiers, cops. They screw you guys over the worst. The amount of money they pay you for the risk, that's worse than being a drug dealer. They break laws. Where's the police? Forget this federal shit. We have active proof. And nobody gets arrested. Because what? You're scared of losing your status? You're scared of losing your job? You don't mind arresting Tyrone out there trying to make a living. You don't mind arresting Jose. You don't even mind arresting Kyle. But we ain't arrested no senators for inside trading. No Congress members. (2008) financial crisis. Who went to jail? Who went to jail? I remember Bernie Mac going to jail, or whatever his name was. Not Bernie Mac, that's a comedian. Bernie Madoff. Sorry, correction, Bernie Madoff. I remember him going to jail, but that was it. And I don't even think that was a catalyst. We talk about struggles when we could change everything. God gave us this world, not to be controlled like puppets. You want to go fishing? Oh, hold on, bro. I got to go get my license first. I'm going to ask this girl to marry me. Oh, bro, you got to go get a license for that too. Let's add on to my house and build a deck, bro. You can have barbecues and shit. Oh, you better get a license from the state to do that too. We need permission to build onto my house that I bought after you made $200,000 in interest? After you charged me $30,000 in taxes? $2,000 every 6 months for property taxes? Why don't we change something that matters? Why don't you fight the real fight instead of fighting each other? If a police officer hears this podcast, do you guys ever talk amongst yourselves like, how do these politicians just keep getting away with this? How can they keep paying us dirt money to risk our fucking lives every day? How can they send ICE agents out to do their job and know that there's an active force on the left that is pushing violence against police officers, ICE officers, agents, our brothers. Our brothers are on the other side too, fighting against ICE instead of coming together and figuring out what the real fucking problem is. We had politicians who let illegal immigrants flood in this country for votes. For votes. It's not a left and right thing. It's an elite thing. They can destabilize our country by letting people in here. We're already separated enough. Men already fighting enough. Now we have to watch people come into our country, reap our benefits that we struggle for. They take our money for. But we're going to fight over what you believe. We're going to fight over what color you're wearing. We're going to fight over what block you serving. We're going to fight over what company. Gonna fight over fans? Gonna fight over politics? There's only one fight that all men together need to fight. And that's to take back what's ours. The world. This is our world. Me, you, your brothers, your fathers, your grandfathers, they fought for this shit. They sacrificed their lives for this shit. You think the battles you fight inside are bad? They fought those battles inside and fought those battles out. To free us from exactly what we're facing today. This is not the vision God had for his sons. For them to struggle alone, for them to secretly compete with one another. Who can get better? Who's stronger? Who's faster? Who's richer? Who's more successful? You're all the same when you're dead. We can all cut up our left arm right now, and it's all the same color. Because innately, that's what we are. We're God's sons. With women, we're God's children. Togetherness is what it takes. Divisiveness is what destroys us. Divided by money, divided by status, divided by religion, divided by color, divided by education, divided by parts of the city. Parts of the city some of them would never go to. Parts of the city I deliver to. Watching our veterans sleep on the streets, freezing to death outside. Veterans who sacrificed everything for whatever agenda they had to go to war for. We're definitely getting into those. But today is about us as men. Shout out to all of you. All of you. Every man who's going to listen to this, you have purpose. You have reason. You have support. You have love. Suicide always seems like the easy way because it makes all the problems go away. Makes it so you don't have to make tough choices. You don't have to fight. Giving up is always easy. If I would have gave up, my kids wouldn't have a dad. And I live for them. Not every man listening to this has kids, but he has a mom, and she loves you. Every man has a mom, because that's how special women are to us. They give us life. Men can't give life. Fuck, most of us couldn't even handle having a period. Let's stop playing. I don't want you to be equal to me. I want you to be the beautiful creature God made you. And just who you are. And for men, I want you to be God's son. I want you to harness the power of the fact that God made you in his light. Made you in his image. Sure, some of us are in better shape, but we're still men. We can still accomplish things together. We're all strong when we need to be. You put any man in a situation where he has to be, and he will be. Except when you got to reach out to somebody. Except when you're hurting inside. Afraid to show yourself. Don't be afraid to show yourself. Don't think you're alone. I'm here to listen, to talk to, for anything. My email's all over the place. Anytime. You can find me on socials. Anytime, bro. I'm up all the time anyways, because I'm always working, or always taking care of my kids, or always driving somebody around. Driving kids to school. I'm always awake. I'm always fighting too. Every day I'm fighting. Just like I know my brothers are out there fighting. Not just my real brothers, all my brothers, the brothers I deliver to, the brothers I work with, the brothers I know that face the same struggle, my sons, my dad, God bless his soul. When I lost him, I realized how much we really fight alone. We all have a dad. We came from somewhere. I know some of us aren't lucky enough to have a dad in their life. I can't say I know what that's like. But when I lost my dad, I knew what that was like. So I can imagine the struggle that men go through because they didn't have a dad there. It's why men find themselves out on the street. Because that's where there's love. That's where there's connection. Your brothers will love you. They do. Stop letting the differences come between us. Stop letting the competition be what controls us. Stop letting your ego stop you. Reach out. You want to be tough? Be tough when you need to be tough. When the weight of the world's on your shoulders, call to one of your brothers to help you. We will. Like I said, the fight is bigger than me and you. The fight is bigger than a couple dollars on the street. The fight's bigger than a couple of cars and a couple of houses. It's a fight for the future, for our children. That's why we have to come together. That's why men's health is important, because we have to be strong. We have to be tough. We have to fight through this. Fight through all of those battles, no matter what those battles are. Those internal battles are what lead to the outside struggles. No matter what you hold in inside, it seeps through your pores. No matter how hard you try. So just reach out. Fighting things alone isn't an option anymore. Reach out. I'll listen to anything. I'll talk to anybody. I don't care what race. I don't care what religion. I don't care what weight. I don't care what financial status. I don't care. You are God's son too. You are my brother. I'm here for you. I'm here for everyone in earshot of this. I love you guys. You're special. You're strong. You're amazing. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you getting up every day. I'm proud of you. Proud of you for waking up. Every day is a chance at a new life. After you hear this, could be the start of a new life for all of us. Because you realize that the differences between us don't trump what brings us together. The willingness to sacrifice ourselves for the betterment of others. That's what brings us together. It doesn't matter what you do. That's what you're willing to do as a man. Sacrifice yourself for the betterment of somebody else. And that doesn't matter whether you're a drug dealer or a business owner. It's the same thing. It's hard for both. When you're a business owner, you already have status. Your kids already have a life. The last thing you can do is have something that threatens that. So we're all the same. Don't get it twisted. This isn't an attack on people who are rich or people who are successful, because those things mean different things. I'm the richest person in the world because when I come home, I'm celebrated. Because I'm loved. If you got kids, they love you. If you got brothers, they love you. You got a mother somewhere, she loves you. Of course, there's some cases where, they don't. And they missed out on you. You didn't miss out on them. Same with sons who grew up without a father. You didn't miss out on him. He missed out on you. For the men who hear this and have kids and you think it's too late, it's not. It's not. It may be tough. It may be hard. But growing up without some type of father figure, I can't imagine what that's like. I loved my dad. I loved everything about him. The one thing I didn't get from him was his time, because he wanted to work so hard to make sure that his kids had a wonderful life. He sacrificed himself. For 20 years he was out there in all the elements Michigan has to offer. He was out there every day, no matter his health, no matter what he felt, because that's what men do. Just because you didn't have a dad doesn't mean that you're not loved, because you still had a mom, and she loves you. It was probably hard for her, but she loves you. It's hard for a woman to raise a man. I'm not saying they can't, because a lot of women do, successfully at that. But it's hard. It's hard for all of us. And it doesn't make it any easier that we fight amongst ourselves rather than fighting the problem. The real problem. The problem that leads to the struggles of all of us. The society from which we live no longer benefits us. And this isn't just Americans. This is across the world. People across the world know this struggle. It doesn't matter whether you're in Australia or the United Kingdom, or you're in Russia, or you're in China, or you're in Iran, or you're in Israel. It doesn't matter. We're all struggling. And there's a percentage of people in this world who aren't, because they keep the rest of us fighting over our religions, over our race, over our status, while they reap the benefits of a divided society. We can control everything because these men will fight themselves. These men will go arrest other men. But we won't arrest the men who are causing the problems. The billions of dollars in fraud that we've proven. Where's the handcuffs? Police officers, that's your money. That's your pensions. The stuff they gamble away at the stock market, that's your pensions. Those are state pension funds. They gamble away your livelihoods too. If it was a chessboard, every one of you with the badge is a pawn. Because you're the first line of defense. Instead of coming together, you're in that locker room together. You're in those offices together. Why haven't we arrested nobody? This is a country of law, right? I've had police officers try to arrest me just for fucking coming home. Throwing me on the ground, disarming me for being in my own driveway. But you won't arrest people who are stealing billions of dollars from us? You won't arrest corporations that are destroying humanity? They locked us up. They fed us lies. Who did the police arrest for the fake COVID jabs that they made you guys take? They poisoned you. And you haven't arrested anybody. They're risking your pensions and nobody's being arrested. Nothing's being changed. Men, we are God's sons. We are brothers. Black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, Asian, we're brothers. We were created in God's image. Not in some social image where we would be treated like monkeys in a fucking cage so we could fight amongst ourselves and never break out to free ourselves from the enslavement of a few. Come together, brothers. Reach out. Love one another. Don't be in secret competition. Build each other up. Make teams. Make brotherhoods. How do you think they succeeded? Because they worked together. They didn't fight over who was richer. They didn't fight over who had more power. They built more power together. That's where power comes from. Togetherness. It's hard to be successful alone. Look at these fine 5 gentlemen yesterday who posted a strength picture together. Different races, different religions, different creeds. Strength in numbers. Mentally and physically. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for being with me. I know I kind of went on a rant there, but I love you guys. You're my brothers. We're men. This is our world. Our world. Together. It's time to stop sacrificing our brothers and our fathers. It's time to stop sacrificing ourselves, sacrificing what we know is right. It's time to come together. The differences between us can't win. The differences between us give them strength. But the unity that bonds us, it gives them fear. Fear of consequences. Fear of accountability. Men invade countries. Men topple regimes. It takes men to do that. Because that's how strong men are. That's how strong you are. You're a soldier. All of us. You're God's soldier. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Comment. Please comment. Please reach out. Please don't think that you're alone. We can accomplish more together. It's a better place when men feel better. It is. Truly for everybody. Because when men struggle, it shows. It shows in our attitude. It shows in our work ethic. It shows in our speed, in our road rage. Because your time is more important than theirs, right? Your destination is more important than theirs, right? That's what road rage is, right? Big testosterone men. My car is bigger than yours. My car is faster than yours. My job's more important than yours. There's a bigger job that's more important than all of ours. God gave it to us, and he gave us this earth, not for us to rent from somebody, not for us to give our livelihoods, to give our fruit away. We labor and they eat the fruits of our labor. What happened to enjoying the fruits of our own labor? Buying a house, buying a car that isn't going to break down after I buy it. They raised the prices on everything on us, but the quality sucks. The quality of life sucks. Because we can't stop looking at each other differently. We can't stop competing. We can't reach out to one another, talk to each other, help each other, fight with each other instead of fighting against each other. Thank you guys. Like, share, comment, share your stories, reach out to me. I'm available all times of all days. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to this episode. I know it's a tough episode. I know men's health is not easy to talk about. You're not weak for sharing your story. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong to be able to talk to somebody so that you don't end up taking the weak way out. There's strength in numbers. We can't keep losing 75 out of 100 people. Those numbers aren't sustainable for us, not as men. Quit competing. Start working together. Build businesses together. Build solutions to these fucking problems together. Thank you. I love you. Reach out, like, share, subscribe, tell people about us. Let me know what you think. Give me your opinions.
You know, you may not hear this enough.
We'll see you guys next time.
I want you to know that I'm proud of you. Life is a struggle, man. It's hard. But you get up every day. And you keep fighting to see another day. That's why I'm proud of you.